define the balance of payments or BOP as an accounting statement that summarizes economic transactions between residents of a country with non-residents for a specific period.
To put it simply, the BOP is like a giant receipt that shows all the flows of transaction by a country with the non-residents in different areas of the economy.
Who are the country's residents? A person is considered a resident of a country if he or she has stayed or intends to stay in that country for 1 year or more. Similarly, a business enterprise is considered a resident of a country if it engages for a year or more in the production of goods or delivery of services on a significant scale in the country. Thus, in accounting for BOP transactions, nationality is not the basis for determining an individual's country of residence.
The type of economic transactions that residents engage in can be classified into current account, capital account, or financial transactions. Current account transactions cover those transactions involving goods, services, and income. Goods include fresh and manufactured goods and raw materials, mineral fuels, capital, and consumer goods. Services include transport, travel, financial, telecommunications, computer and information services, and royalties from patents and copyrights, among others. Such flows are recorded as exports or imports of goods and receipts of payments of services. Current account also includes transactions covering the provision of labor or financial resources, including salaries of residents, workers abroad, and dividends.
For example, when Philippines export goods to Malaysia, the payment made to the Philippines are recorded as a credit or inflow to the Philippines BOP account and a debit or outflow from Malaysia's BOP account. Then we have the transactions under the capital account. This account tracks the flows or transactions of capital, such as grants and donations for investment purposes. Capital account also includes the purchase of disposal of non-produced and non-financial assets such as copyrights and trademarks between residents and non-residents. When a resident of Malaysia donates funds to the Philippines to build infrastructures, the funds received by Philippines are recorded as a credit or an inflow to the Philippines BOP account. Lastly, we have the transactions under the financial account. This account records flows or transactions between residents and non-residents that involve financial assets and liabilities. Specifically, transactions include cross-border investments in subsidiaries and affiliates, placement in equity and debt securities, loans, and other investments. When Malaysia invests in foreign securities issued by the Philippines, this is reflected as a debit or outflow from Malaysia's BOP account, and a credit or an inflow to Philippines BOP account.
Overall BOP position can be in surplus, deficit, or in balance. A surplus arises when inflows are greater than outflows. On the other hand, deficits is incurred when outflows are greater than inflows. Moreover, when inflows and outflows are equally matched, the BOP or the balance of payment position is in balance.
Most countries compile the BOP because of its importance to national planning and impact of economic development. Here in the Philippines, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP is tasked to compile, analyze, and publish developments in our country's balance of payments. The BOP report produced by the BSP provides vital information to citizens and policymakers for economic analysis, forecasting, and policy formulations.